What's up, guys? It's Wally, and today we're going to be doing some battles with the Support Galarian Moltres. Now, anytime I see Galarian Moltres up on the ladders, I'm sure you guys have experienced it as well, they typically do have the same set. They usually do have the Citrus Berry to be able to proc Berserk a second time after it goes down past half HP, and it typically does carry Farigiraf, Air Slash, Nasty Plot, and Protect. But looking at the entire move pool of Galarian Moltres, I think there are a handful of other moves that could be pretty beneficial as well. I mean, there are some people that are up on the ladder running with Tailwind, which I know Moltres isn't necessarily the best selection for Tailwind, especially in this regulation, considering the fact that you have a couple of Prankster Tailwind users, as well as some other speedier Tailwind users too. Now, Moltres definitely isn't as slow as Luminion, but at a 90 base speed, it really isn't the best Pokemon for Tailwind. However, that's not to say that it wouldn't potentially work on Moltres. I mean, Moltres does have some pretty decent bulk, as well as some pretty good special attacks. So if you wanted to actually invest a lot of those EVs into the HP, defense, and or special defense, you could actually take some out of that special attack and invest it in the bulk. Plus, since you do have Berserk, you do have that possibility of going to +1 with your special attack after you're half HP. And then, of course, with the Citrus Berry, if you do go back up over half and go back down under again, it basically is kind of like getting a Nasty Plot, because then you'll end up at, essentially like a +2 there. And again, with Moltres actually having a pretty decent special attack just at its base, then you really can sacrifice those special attack EVs. The other move that we have on there, though, is Leer. And the reason why we have that is because we do have Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Iron Hands. 3 pretty strong physical attackers that really would benefit from having their opponents leered. Now, surprisingly enough, Leer is a spread move, and it does lower both of your opponent's defense by 1 stage. And while it does only lower by 1 stage and not 2, being able to lower by 1 stage is actually really beneficial. And again, for really strong physical attackers like these 3, it really could mean the difference between getting a knockout and just having them stay in there for 1 extra turn. And again, while Moltres isn't necessarily the fastest Pokemon out there, it still will be able to outspeed Rillaboom and Iron Hands. So you'll be able to get that Leer off first before either of them are able to move. And while Moltres won't be able to get that Leer off before Urshifu gets a chance to move, it'll be nice because Urshifu can take advantage of that on the next turn, or if Rillaboom and Iron Hands comes out, or one of them comes out on, the next turn or a turn after that, and that Pokemon that got leered didn't get swapped out, then you're still going to be able to benefit from the defense drop from that 1 Leer as well. And much like the other Moltres, this one does carry Farigiraf and Air Slash. Both are really incredible because not only are they both stab moves, but they both carry a chance for flinch. And Farigiraf is a spread move, so you have 2 chances to flinch there. So that's really nice to be able to have both those moves, and both really great ones for Moltres to carry. However, this is the support one because we're going to be able to speed everyone up with the Tailwind, and we're really going to be able to help our physical attackers out with the Leer. So I'm super excited to see what Moltres is able to do here. Again, I really haven't run it with Tailwind and Leer before. It's really just been that, kind of generic set. So I'm really excited to see what it's able to do. So we'll get into the battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just tapping chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right, now here's one we could actually start with Moltres, especially if they're going to end up starting with Cresselia too. But that's if they end up starting with Cresselia. Either way, I don't think it's a bad idea to go with Moltres and so we can go Moltres and Urshifu, and then in the back go with Glimmora would be tough if we even if we do or don't Terrastallize, that'd be tough against Urshifu. But I still think it's so good against a lot of the other Pokemon that it might actually still be worth a bring. And then I think that's going to be tough, again, against a couple of the Pokemon. But again, being able to set the grassy terrain, to be able to heal up, and be able to weaken the power of the Earthquake, I think would be pretty important too. So I don't think it's a bad idea to bring them. Plus we do have the Fire Terra if we end up having to go up against like Volcarona or something else. I don't know. Either way, I think we're going to be able to work with this. Again, I think Glimmora may end up having to be the Terra depending on who they end up bringing. Like if that's Lando, I think we do end up having to Terrastallize to be able to take away that 4F weakness. That is neither of them, though. here's what we're going to do. Let's see, they're only going to be able to use one move. Or, one screen at a time. So I'm actually going to start with the Air Slash over there. And I am going to go with a, I'm going to go for a U-turn over there. Wow, they start with the parting shot. Okay, so no screen for them. That's fair. Now, assuming they go with the Surging Strikes up into Moltres, I think we're going to be able to get down to our... Oh, nice. This is going to be a... Oh, they didn't? Oh, they're a Scarf one, too. This could actually be really good. I think we might be able to knock out with the Air Slash then. Get the U-turn. That's not going to do a ton, but still. Ooh, and the Rocky Helmet, too. Dang. That's okay, because we get to bring out Rillaboom on this one. And then, obviously, we'll have two dark moves here. And in fact, to be honest with you, maybe bringing Glimmora out would have been better, because we could have went with the Farigiraf and then the Sludge Bomb over there just to make sure that they don't terrestrialize into Fairy. There we go! Bye, Urshifu! Look at that. Even without a ton invested into the special attack, I mean, granted, again, they did end up lowering their special defense by one stage because of the close combat, but still. And it's super effective, but still. Still. We'll take that. Now, who's next? And we do have Fake Out Pressure, too, so we can, I don't want to say rely on that, but that would be a big help depending on who they send out. I will say, too, though, with the Rocky Helmet, I am going to be a little weary about faking out over there, but... Oh. That's going to be a problem. So I think what we're going to do... I think I'm going to have to go for the Farigiraf. Amatera into Fire and go for the... Again, I have to think about if they end up potentially terrestrializing. But I think it's going to be smarter to go with the knockoff only because we're going to knock off the Rocky Helmet. Which now isn't even going to be the case. But at least we'll still get, we'll still get a knockoff over there. We'll knock off the Light Clay before they're able to set up a screen. So that'll be nice, assuming that they are Light Clay. We'll find out in just a moment, though. We will find out in just a moment. Okay, so we do outspeed the both of them. Maybe we can get a flinch? Oh, yikes, that was a crit. Nope. But the Icicle Crash over there, that's fine. Still get our knockoff. Is that like Clay? You bet it is. Okay. That's going to be helpful because they may end up setting up a screen here. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a Tailwind here. I don't know what they have, but we're going to knock it off. Yeah, we do have to worry about an Icicle Crash over into Moltres now, but if we're able to actually set up... That's fine, but if we're able to set up the Tailwind and everything, that'll be good for the other mons in the back, too. What are we knocking off? AV, that's... going to help now because they ended up missing on that. I appreciate that more than you know. Beautiful. Alright. We are going to go with... I'm going to go with the Farigiraf again. Now, here's what I'm going to do instead. Yeah, we're going to go with the Leer. And I'm going to go with a... Go with the Stomping Tantrum over there, too. And to get the light screen out, that's fine. But we are going to lower their defense. And that is definitely going to help going forward. Especially with the screens up. There we go. Now they're both -1. Now we're either going to... We may actually... Well, no, we may not force a swap out here. Let's go, Moltres. That's what I'm talking about. Now, we're not going to get the second Berserk because we are so far down in our HP now that... Well, that just ain't going to matter anymore, but... You know. At least we hang out there for a little bit longer. Now, I would imagine... I'm going to go Farigiraf here. I would imagine that they end up swapping out... Yeah, they're probably going to end up going with a parting shot over there. Nah, well, just in case, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go with the Wood Hammer over there. I think that'll be a smarter move, just in case they swap out or go with the parting shot. Okay, well, I was wrong on which one they were going to swap out, but that's fine. Still fine. We're going to get some really good damage over there, too. And over there, too, actually. Yeah, that's a really good damage. Thank you, -1. Oh, we even get the flinch, too! Love it. Because I bet you they were going to go for, like, a... what would that be? A Spirit Break? Let's see. Now, they could end up terastallizing here. I'm going to go with the Leer on this one. I'm going to go with the Wood Hammer over there. Because I think we can actually knock out with that, especially with the Leer under their belt. Perfect. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about there. Because, yeah, with the Leer, would have brought them to -1. And then because Wood Hammer on the terrain is going to be extremely strong, I think we would have been able to take out, even though they had the Reflect up. So there we go. Good game. Ooh, I definitely see a few issues here. Obviously, they're going to be able to get their Tailwind up first because they do have the Prankstermon with the Tailwind. And then, of course, they have Chien Pao, which has the Ice to be able to go against our Flying. And then, of course, Arcanine to have the Rock to go against our Flying as well. That's a little rough, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, but do need to try to get that Tailwind up. But just because I want to try to get that Tailwind up, I think we're gonna have to start with some Fake Out pressure too. So, especially with all of these mons that are out here, I think the best one to put out there would probably be Iron Hands. Only because it doesn't really have any, I guess, real weakness here. So I guess it's best to put them out there. And then in the back, yeah, let's put out our Urshifu as well as... Honestly, we may just go all of our physical attackers here. But instead, I think we're going to go Glimmora. It would be nice to be able to get the grassy terrain, but, you know, if for some reason we do need to terastallize Moltres, then we would be left out there kind of in the cold with Rillaboom. Rillaboom. Sorry, I'm really blanking on Rillaboom's name today for some reason. Ooh, okay. Oof. Part of me actually wants to start with the Farigiraf. Yeah, especially if they're going to actually start off with a Tailwind. We're going to start off with a Fiery Wrath, and just in case they Terrastalize, we'll go for the Thunder Punch over there, too. It's a smart call. Smart call. Who are they bringing in, though? It's the Mouse? You bet it is. I'm going to go for the Bleak Wind. That's fair. That's fair. Get the Fiery. How low does that bring them down? Not much. Good damage, though. Good damage. Which one of us is going to get pop-bombed, right? Alright, well, we're going to try for the Tailwind here. I'm actually going to go for the Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch over there. Okay, that's fair. Iron Hands does survive, though, even with that crit. Okay, you can stop right there, bud. You can stop right there. Okay, that's good. That's good. There we go. Alright, Bleak Wind. They hit both. That is unfortunate, but we do set up our Tailwind here, which will be pretty nice. And then because of... Yeah, and then because of Urshifu, we're definitely going to outspeed here because of our Scarf. So I am going to... Let's see, who could they potentially bring out to? Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Fiery Wrath, and then I think I'm going to Terra into Steel here to avoid the Bleak Wind Storm from being a super effective move. And we'll go for the Surging Strikes. But I would imagine they're going to start with a Tailwind here, though. That's my assumption, because we set up the Tailwind. They're going to want to get it on that second turn so that they can get one extra turn of the Tailwind after ours is gone. However, I'm going to try to make it so that that extra turn isn't going to matter, so we can actually knock out these next, like, 3, hopefully. Again, we're going to outspeed here because we have our Scarf. Bye. And then we're going to get a singular Fiery Wrath up there. And again, Moltres does underspeed Urshifu, unfortunately, but even so... We're going to go Fiery Wrath again. And we do have to go Surging Strikes because we are locked in on it. Now, honestly, I do wish that they, or do hope, pardon me, that they're not a Water Terra. Kind of hope it's Steel on this one, then. Dang it. That's alright, and that's kind of the reason why I ended up going with that Thunder Punch on the on that first turn too, just in case that was the case. Yeah. So I'm glad we didn't go for the Leer. That's a good thing. The question is, can we outspeed them? Moltres avoiding it. That's what you love to see. But can we still outspeed? Please. We can. Now we have the chance to flinch here. Question is, do we get that flinch? We do not, but again, we have the speed on them, so we don't have to worry about that. Question is, who's in the back? And I got that little bit of lefties. It's fine, because we have, what, 2 turns of Tailwind left, I believe? That's going to be a bit of a problem, though. It's going to be a big problem. Yeah, we only have Tailwind for 1 more. That's fine, though. We're going to go Fiery Wrath again. despite the fact that POW is going to outspeed Moltres. But not much we can do. The good thing here is the fact that having POW out here actually kind of helps us out a little bit. Let's go. And again, we outspeed. Hold. Hold. Okay, not enough. That's fine, though. But again, the good thing here is we do know that we outspeed because they missed the Icy Wind. And Farigiraf is definitely going to take them out, and it takes away the Sash from Chien-Pao, too. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And now it is 1-on-3. Although they do have Tailwinds, however, their Mon was faster anyways. So let's go for the Air Slash, and let's go for the Surging Strikes again. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm glad that we have just a little bit of both. That's fine. I can understand that. Moltres gets knocked out. That's fine, though. It did its job, you know? Did a damn good job at it, too. And POW gets knocked out here to the third? Yeah, the third Surging Strike. Thought maybe on the second one, but no. Won't get too greedy on that. But there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Again, we didn't... I don't want to say didn't use Moltres in the same way that we did in the last battle, even though that's true, but it still was kind of support there. It was able to set up the Tailwind, and it actually had a nice offensive showing there too. So there we go. Moltres, good game. Now this looks like a really, really interesting one. I'm not going to lie. I think with the fact that Cleaver is out there, I think that just means that we're not going to be able to start with Moltres. We will, however, bring it in the back, especially if they do end up going with what I would imagine to be a like an Earthquake Wave Crash Jozo. So I think we're going to start with Urshifu because they don't have a Tailwind option. As well as... See, Glimmora is a really tough bring because if they do bring Dozo, then we are really, really screwed. But, you know what? Let's go Urshifu and let's go Rilla, and then we'll have Hands and Moltres in the back. Yeah, because the good thing here with Moltres is we will be able to set up a Tailwind then, and that way we'd be able to outspeed Dozo if they, assuming they go out there with Tatsu. Now, it is possible that that is a strong Drain Tatsu, albeit not likely, but it is definitely possible. So we do have to be aware of that, too. As this... Ooh, Cleaver and Fluttermane. Fair enough. So here's what we have to do, then. Here's what we have to do. Aside from get our defense raised, of course. And thankfully they're not booster energy. Okay, yes they are. As long as that's not speed. Alright, well that's a problem then. Really don't want to terrestrialize into steel. But I think I'm gonna have to. So let's do that. Really though? Do I really want that? I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Let's do that and let's go with the Surging Strikes over there. I'm also gonna go for the Fake Out over onto Cleaver. Who's it gonna be? As long as you're not water or grass. Well, that's not ideal. It's not ideal. That's really, really not ideal. But that's okay. That's okay. We can still figure this out, though. We can still figure this out, though. Get the fake out over there. Hey, the crit on it, too. Let's go. Get the Icy Wind. Fair enough. And we're not going to be able to knock out, unfortunately. Yikes. And a 3. Yep, not even quite down to half. So we're going to have to be doing this over into Cleaver. Question is an extra Icy Wind going to underspeed Urshi? Let's go with the Surging over there, and let's go Wood Hammer there. Dang. That's unfortunate. In that case, we didn't have to Terrastalize then. But that's okay. Please miss on Urshi. Can we still outspeed? Please? Nope. They get the X Scissor too. Dang. Dang. Ooh, that's rough. Alright, at least we knocked them out. Oh well. That's okay. Still have, yeah, we still have... Oh boy, am I really going to leave this up to Hands and Moltres? You bet your ass I am. Let's go with that. We're going to be able to go with the... Okay. Oh, awesome! It's the dark one. Cool. Well, we're going to go for the Surging Strikes over there then. And let's go for the Thunder Punch over there. Not quite enough. Hey, that's okay though. That's okay. Here's the good thing is, again, we do have Moltres in the back. We're knocking them out right here, which means we're going to have a 2-on-2. And although their 1-mon is a fighting one, fighting in dark, ours is a dark flying. So the dark will cancel each other out. And thankfully, the dark flying neutralizes the fighting type. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Alright, I feel like we're in a better spot now then. We're definitely in a better spot. We're going to have to go Air Slash over there. And they already used their Terra, so let's go with the Drain Punch there. May as well take advantage. That's fine. We're going to take advantage of the having Chi-Yu out there against them. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Hands is good. This is going to bring them down to Sash. This is going to knock them out. Sorry, my bad. Thank you, Chi-Yu, for being out there. That definitely helped out as well. And now we got a 2-on-1. I feel like we're in a much, much, much better spot. Yep, and we still have the grassy terrain out there to really help out. So let's go Air Slash, and let's go Drain Punch, and let's call that a game. Still good on both. Got the burn on Hands, unfortunately. But that's okay still, because again, with the Air Slash, it's not bad damage. But here, the Drain Punch, even though we're burnt, still knocks out. Thank you very much for having that 2x weakness there. And Hands just being naturally strong, too. So even though we got burnt, still strong enough to be able to knock out with that. There we go! Moltres, I know, not really in a support role there. Had to really go with its attacks, but still ended up coming out on top. Good game. So it just goes to show you, replacing Protect and or Nasty Plot with something like Tailwind or even Leer to really help out your physical attackers can sometimes be really beneficial. Now, don't get me wrong, do I think that Nasty Plot and Protect is a better set? Yeah, probably, and that's why it's more common out there too. But being able to take someone by surprise with like a Tailwind, when you don't have like a conventional Tailwind setter on your team, can be really nice. And again, with the Leer being able to hit both opponents, really helps out Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Iron Hands if they're going to go with an attack into them. So again, having Moltres out there with both of those as support moves is really, really great. You got to see both of them in that first game. Only got to see Tailwind in that second one. In that third one, you didn't get to see either of them. But it just shows you that Moltres, even though it doesn't have a lot invested in its special attack, can still do some really considerable damage into a lot of Pokemon with both the Fiery Wrath and the Air Slash without any boosts, and with, again, minimal EVs invested in special attacks. So just goes to show you that Moltres is just a really, really incredible Pokemon. I definitely like the Galarian one over the, I guess, the Cantonian one. But even so, I think both of them can have their place for sure. But the Galarian Moltres with Berserk especially just makes it such a bulky but really strong Pokemon as well. So if you guys want to check it out, definitely you can either use the rental code here, or if you guys want to build one of your own, I definitely do suggest going with the Nasty Plot and the Protect, or even if you want to forego either the Nasty Plot or the Protect and go with a Tailwind, I think that would be a pretty good option too. There are better Tailwind setters out there in the meta right now. However, if you do, again, want to go with just Galarian Moltres because you just love it that much, it's definitely not a bad one to go with. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.